Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. Hopefully, everyone's doing great. Crazy week we've had. Lots of things happening, and we've got the Euro finals coming up in an hour or so. So I'll try to catch that. And in the meantime, we'll just take a look at some altcoins, talk about Bitcoin, talk about the latest news, interest rates, etc. Okay, now let me just share my screen real quick. So we'll probably start with Bitcoin as always. There we go. Actually, I want to take a look at a different chart. Yeah, and you can start sending in your requests as well. Yeah, so I want to take a look at a different chart here. Apologies about this, folks. Just 1 second. There we go. All right. Hey there, Kamel. How are you doing? How are you doing? So quickly taking a look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart. We did lose the 20 EMA here on the weekly. We're coming back up to retest it as resistance. As you can see, we're having a bit of a relief rally supposedly after Trump's assassination. We don't know why the markets are pumping because of that. It's a weird time to be pumping. You'd assume the prices would drop after something like that, but it's doing the opposite. Then we have the 55 EMA below us, which is something that we have been targeting for quite a while. At the moment, that's sitting at $50,000, 338. So that would be your bearish target in case we continue dumping. And we could still do that, right? This is just a small relief rally. We could get a rejection off of the 20 or the 10 EMA, which is the blue line, and then we could get sent back down to the 55. If we switch over to the monthly, and we've talked about this on Patreon as well, the monthly 10 EMA has been retested successfully here with $54,000 being our local bottom right now. And we've done the exact same thing over here in June of 2021 when we had that massive correction. This correction doesn't compare to the one that we had in 2021 during summer, but still, it is a correction. It's a good opportunity for people to dollar cost average into their altcoins. And if we take a look at the 10 EMA throughout the years, you can see that usually when you're above it, that means you're in a bull market. And when you drop below it, you're going to be obviously in, this was a really, really bearish time for Bitcoin. 2018, 2019, really bearish time. And then we got back above it. We got into the next bull market. Then we dropped below it in April 2022, below the 10 EMA, bear market. Then we finally got back above it. And right now we're in a bull market. Okay, so that's just a quick brief breakdown. And if we were to come back down to the 20 EMA on the monthly chart, that would still be a healthy correction or a retracement, you could say, because we're still going to be printing a higher low. We're still going to be above this low from December 2022. So it would just be another good opportunity for us to dollar cost average. So don't be afraid if we have these corrections. We've seen them multiple times, especially those of you who have been in the markets for a while. You guys know how this thing goes. You have a 60% correction, and then in a few months you have a 60x on your old coin. And I quickly want to switch over and go through a few things here on Twitter. So taking a look at Arkham's Twitter page. Now, this is a very, very bullish project. I hold Arkham tokens. We've talked about the project on numerous occasions on our live streams. So Arkham has posted an update regarding Germans' Bitcoin holdings. As we know, they have been dumping, selling all of their Bitcoins. So the German government just sent 3,846.05 Bitcoin to Flow traders and 139 PO, likely institutional deposit. The German government has 0 Bitcoin remaining. So that was our latest update. And then we had some people donating to the German government for some reason, which I don't know why you do that, but now they have $171 or $172 in Bitcoin. So yeah, that's the latest update. And then we also are going to be having MTGOX sending Bitcoin to their scammed users. So here are all the payouts, and the total amount of Bitcoin is going to be 141,686 Bitcoin. And then early payment, July to October 2024, we're going to get pretty much half of that, which is going to be 71,403 Bitcoins. So between July and October, that much Bitcoin is going to be sent to these people. And whether they decide to sell or hold is a whole different topic. I would assume a lot of them are going to sell because the price is much, much higher than it was during the MTGOX scam. And then we have intermediate payment 2024, final creditors around 4,000, and then final payment years later. So I guess they don't have the dates for that yet, but it says 66.286 thousand. So most of the coins repaid this year will be for those who selected the early lump sum payment. These creditors took a 10% haircut on their claims to be able to get paid earlier, which is probably what I would have done. Those who chose the HODL for me final option will need to wait longer, perhaps years longer. The reason for the delay is the ongoing dispute between the creditor CoinLab and the GOX estate. In order to get to the point where we could have early distributions before the dispute was resolved, an agreement between MGIF, a large creditor fund, and CL was reached. CL agreed to subordinate their claim, and MGIF agreed to subordinate their claim behind CL's. But MGIF would receive significant upside if there were leftover assets generated from early repayment, 10% haircuts, and or favorable dispute outcome with CL. So the more creditors who choose early repayment, the higher the surplus to MGIF. And that's probably what I would have done if I was affected by this. I would have chosen the early payment. 10% isn't much. I'd probably sell all of my Bitcoin right now and move that over into altcoins. Yeah, that's the update on the MTGOX situation. It might seem a bit bearish, but it really isn't. It really isn't. I don't think I put up the thumbnail. No, I did. Hello, Arif. How are you doing? I'm down 23K and still holding strong. Well, everyone is down right now. Millionaires, billionaires, everyone is down. So it's not an exclusive thing to you. Everyone's waiting for higher prices, of course, but right now we should focus on accumulating, or if you don't have any money, just patiently wait until the next leg up of the bull market comes around. And for any of you who haven't still checked out our Patreon, make sure to do that. We have a 7-day free trial, and I can actually show you something real quick on our Patreon. But we've got a lot of content there. I think at this point, more than 80 low cap gem videos. We've got trade alerts, all of our portfolio reviews. I'm not sure why I'm getting that. So if we go to collections, okay. Yeah, so I just set up a nice collection section on the Patreon page. These are not all the posts, but these are just some of the more popular ones that we have on Patreon. We've got trade alerts, resources, low cap gems. We've got exit strategies. We've got our own podcast and Bitcoin technical analysis. So nice, just a nice way to surf through the patron posts, which makes it easier. But taking a look at the next post here, obviously we all saw the Trump video and him getting shot at, and that's the reason why the markets are pumping, I guess, because I can't really think of anything else. Maybe because the German government is out of Bitcoin, that's why. But I don't really, yeah, it's hard. But this is a funny meme. Biden versus stairs and Trump versus bullet. I mean, Biden does hate those stairs. We all know that. But cut the man some slack. He's 119 years old. Okay, so let's go through the markets here. Solana has been performing extremely well. If you're holding Solana since $10 or so, I just continue holding. Obviously you can take profits. I would have probably taken 10 to 15% off by the time we got to like $120, $100. And then I'd move that capital over into a different altcoin. Cardano has been performing well during the past 7 days. So we've got Ronin up a bit. Ronin is something, guys, that I'd look into. Mantra is something that we got into recently, I believe at 85, 87 cents on Patreon. All of the patrons obviously got the trade alert immediately. XRP's up a little bit. Aave had a little rebrand, I see. Maga coin. And then Cardano doing pretty well, up 20% on the 7-day. Sei and Sui, I mean, I don't hold these. I don't hold these, and I'm not planning to buy, to be honest with you. There are better options. Near Protocol doing extremely well. I mean, I'm very bullish on Near Protocol. I think $50 is going to be easy for this project. The $50 billion market cap is not going to be an issue. Phantom, I never got into Phantom. Algorand is doing what Algorand usually does, pretty much nothing. I do own Algorand though. And we have Theta. Okay, Theta dropped below $2 here. So Theta got to $3.50. Now dropped down to $1.30. So good entry point for anyone looking to dollar cost average. Cosmos dropped quite a bit. Let's go through the ones that are pumping a bit. 6%. Eagle, Polygon Matic sitting at a good buying price still. Chainlink has been doing amazing. Caspa printing new all-time highs. I'd probably stay away from Caspa. And I have a feeling this is going to do really well once the AI narrative kicks in. We could see this do like a 10x easily, $30 billion, but I'd probably say 40, 50 billion is possible. And Render, yeah, if you're looking for a safe mid-cap project, Render is definitely a good pick while it's correcting. You made me hella money on Bear. I got in at 260 and sold at 880. That is possible, but I don't remember what Bear. What is that? I honestly don't know what is that. Bear chain. Did I cover this? What is this? I don't. Oh, near. Okay. I see. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I could help you, my friend. That's what we do on Patreon. There are a lot of calls we've made on Patreon. Both I and my patrons are sharing lots of projects and lots of good entry points. For example, another good one that we had was, well, the best one really was GraphLink. We were entering this below a cent. So the market cap was sitting at around about $1 million or so. No, it was even below that, I think. So we were getting into it over here. at these prices. Yeah, the market cap was sitting at around $2 million, and then we got to a $60 million market cap. And we had people on Patreon buying along with me all of these bottom prices. So this is the best call that we've had so far. A nice correction, but you could have made 50x with this. I know, autocorrect is a bit annoying sometimes. But I'm glad you made money with the new protocol. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Okay, let's go through some altcoins here. Okay. So we'll go for 30 minutes today because I do have to get to my Euro finals in time. Altura still sitting at a very low price. Guys, I'd look at Altura if you still haven't bought any tokens. Alchemy Pay is another good one. We're coming back down to the yellow support trend line that we outlined in our previous TAs. Let me just, there we go. So we're bouncing right off that yellow trend line. Hopefully we're going to hold this as support. And every time we have a bounce off of that yellow trend line, we have a move to the upside. A-Star is another one you can look at. This is going to be Japan's central hub, you could say, for crypto. Or at least that's what they're trying to be. Boson Protocol, another great pick. So we're waiting for this wave 2 bottom to come into play. We want to see a nice retracement. And let's see. Yes, okay, 66% is already a nice retracement. But it's still a good entry. It's still a good entry at this point. It's still a low cap, I think. $42 million market cap, extremely low. So look into Boson, an e-commerce layer for metaverses. Crust Network, another one that we've had. I believe there was some issue with their website, but they have a different website. Let me take a look at it. Let me see. Yeah, error. So I think this, don't click any links from these comments, by the way, guys. That's just an advice for you because you could have scammers and hackers in the comments there. Elorm, get ready for England, my friend. Spain is gonna destroy England, Elorm. I'm kidding. Okay, let's see what else. DAG is something you can look at as well. It's retracing back to its September lows. Energy Web doing whatever this thing does. You know, it's been it's essentially still in its bear market phase. So yeah, you can look at GraphLink if you want to get into it. It did see a 72% retracement. So feel free to start looking into it. IMX, we just did a TA update on YouTube on IMX, so feel free to check that out. Injective, I probably would not be buying Injective at this price at $20.50, but $16, $17, yeah, that's a good entry in my opinion. We have Mina Protocol. This is something that I'd definitely buy right now if I did not have any tokens already, which I do. But 50 cents is a steal essentially. Nakamoto Games, you can look at this. I think it's above $100 million market cap, but still good entry nonetheless. Yeah, 106, just above it. So feel free to look into that. Orion Protocol holding up pretty well. Pocket Network, another good call that we've had during the bear market. It's coming home. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. The England team is going to be coming home. I know, my friend. Could you TA conflicts? I think to buy DC. Okay, let's take a look at conflicts. 655 million. A bit of token dilution there, but nothing major. Binance OKX. Let's take a look at conflicts, my friend. Okay, I think I need to go for a chart that has more data. Is that the one? March 2021. Yeah, pretty much. That's the all-time then. Okay, so this is the weekly chart. We can immediately identify a major resistance level over here. Every time we get to that area, we get rejected. So if you're a trader and you're looking to sell, you could potentially be looking at a 385% trade. Then we have a nice bottom pattern over here. So as you can see, this support block keeps us up. We had a correction below it briefly during the bear market, then we got back above it, bounced off of it as support in October 2023, created a double top pattern. So it's important that we hold this October low, because if we start dumping lower, we could be looking at this area over here, 0.063 cents as our next target. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But if you're looking to start buying, I would say these are good prices to accumulate at. We're down approximately 70% from the local top. That's pretty good in my opinion. And we had a bearish divergence there. That was a nice signal. We lost the 20 EMA as well. The RSI is sitting pretty low right now. And it looks like we do have a bit of a bullish divergence. Just a slight divergence though. Nothing major, but if you take a look at this, as you can see, we're printing a higher low, while the RSI here is printing a lower low. So I'd probably look into some entries right now, and then I'd set up a buy limit order somewhere in this blue block, and I try to catch the bottom there. Worst case scenario, we could dump to this support level here. And then if that happens, then, well, you know, it is what it is. Just keep dollar cost averaging. As long as you're bullish on the project, you shouldn't really care about these dumps. It's only a good thing, really, when you think about it, because you can buy your tokens at a much cheaper price. And the market cap is still pretty good. What do you think on Velo? I think we looked at that before. $66 million market cap, 24.6%. Lots of tokens being dumped into the circulation. I can see that. Untracked 33%. That's quite a lot. Okay, we're just about to be over with our unlocks. Well, almost a year. September 2025. I mean, 0.5% is not a lot, but it's still not pennies. And then the past unlocks. Yeah. It's a pretty steep incline here. But again, if the demand outweighs the token unlocks and the selling pressure, it shouldn't really affect the price action that much, to be honest. So I wouldn't be worried about it. OKX is where I would be getting the crypto. I wouldn't be buying it on any other exchange. If it's available on OKX, I'd buy it on OKX. If it's available on Binance, I'd buy it on Binance. I don't really use Coinbase. Kraken seems to be an okay exchange, so I'd look at those. But then if you have no other options, then sure, KuCoin or Gate.io. Let's take a look at Velo, or Velo's price action chart. Let's go to OKX. So massive dump here. And something that we should also consider is the fact that for us to get back to the same all-time high prices, we might need a much higher market cap. So for example, here we were sitting at roughly $120 million market cap. And at that point in time, that was October 2021. So right over here, so 36 cents was $120 million market cap for us. Right now we're sitting at 66 million times 2. That puts us at 120 million. And that would only mean we're going to be sitting at a 0.016 cents, roughly. So not even close to the October prices of 30 cents. And now just to show you this, hold on. We don't have Velo. Okay, we don't have Velo. But essentially, you get the point. For us to get to 30 cents, that's the market cap's going to be way higher than $120 million because of the token unlocks. So you can't really be expecting $2 just because we were sitting at $2 in 2021. That's not how things work. It's possible we're going to get there if the project gets really bullish, but again, that's going to require a much higher market cap this time around. So nice resistance area there, I can see, between 34 to 28 cents. Could be the top for this bull market, to be honest with you. Then we have a nice ascending support trend line. In case we see a continuation of this correction, you can take a look at this white trend line. And then we also have a resistance trend line above us. So this range is going to come to a logical conclusion, hopefully, when we have our next breakout. So this next breakout could potentially take us to, to that area there. But expecting a new all-time high from this project just because you like to see new all-time highs, that's not how things work, unfortunately. So I would be conservative with this pick. Anyway, looking at the potential that you have here, it's still incredible. 3,700%. That's still a lot. Even if you get to, let's say, 20 cents, that's like 2,190%. That is crazy. So don't look at the prices necessarily. Look at the percentage gains. That's what you should be looking at, because if you stick to your prices and you're just waiting for like a 25,000% move to the upside just because you want the same all-time high price to be reached, then my friend, you're not going to get that, at least in this bull market anyway. But these are good entry prices, like I said. Pretty much everything is sitting at a good buying price except for Solana and Chainlink, in my opinion. Oh, not that Velodrome. Come on, bro. Made me do a review on a coin that you don't care about. Okay, let's take a look at Velodrome. There we go, Velodrome Finance. Okay, this one, I think we looked at this one before. OKX. Okay, yeah, we've looked at this one. Oh yeah, we just did I think we did a low cap review on this on Patreon as well. Okay. And it's available on Coinbase. Wow. Pretty stiff drop here. So I'd look into the reason behind this 90% correction. That's not, I mean, not saying it's not going to recover from there, but still that's a hefty correction. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with their with their AMM. But these are definitely good entry prices. Like if you don't have any tokens and you're looking to enter, this is a really good buying opportunity for you. $52 million market cap. Let's go to the website. The central trading and liquidity marketplace on Superchain. 100% of protocol incentives and fees go to voters. And the voters are the stakers, I assume. Yeah, we definitely looked at this. So total value locked is 95.3 million. We look at the market cap, it's 52. I think their actual market total value locked is more than 95. I don't think this is updated. I think it's 100 plus something. So this shows that the project is undervalued. And that's a good thing for all of you trying to get into it. So OKX is where I would be buying this thing. And of course, Coinbase if you're doing Coinbase. The other velo is trash to me. I mean, the chart did see a drop with the other one. All right, that's going to be it for this live stream, guys. Thank you all for joining. And anyone watching this as a recording, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of the whole pump during this situation with Trump. And let me know, when do you guys think we're going to be back on track to new all-time highs for Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is recovering. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, but it's definitely a good sign overall. So thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe and goodbye.